ankle, and quite badly. I found blood in the setting when I looked later.
Look, here are my ankles. Do you see anything there?
There are no scratches on her ankles, Nick.
And what does this prove?
It proves that Nanya had nothing to do with all of this. And it also proves, Mr. Miller, that you did. You killed Brennan yourself.
Well, that's insane. Why should I kill my own partner?
Because business has been bad of late. And each of you two had insurance on your lives payable to the firm if you die. The death of Brennan, bringing $50,000 insurance money into the firm, would save you from bankruptcy and leave you sole owner of a nice real estate business.
But how could I have...
You found the black rose bush near the old greenhouses, and that suggested the whole scheme. And when I left you tonight to go out there, you followed me, slugged me, and left that note hoping to scare me off. Then you dashed over to Brennan's apartment to give yourself an alibi.
You can't prove a word of that, Mr. Carter, no matter how great a detective you think you are.
No? Let me see your ankles, Mr. Miller.
My ankles?
Yes. Lift your pants legs for the gentleman, please.
But I... Oh, all right. Here.
Nick, look out!
Don't move, Miller.
Look out!
I've got you covered.
So what? You see this black rose that I'm holding so close to Anna's leg? The thorns on this rose, like the one I sent Brennan, were poisoned with acronite. One little scratch will cause instant death.
You seem to forget that I have a gun in my hand, too, Mr. Miller. And even if you scratch my leg with a poisoned thorn, I am going to kill you before I die. Before the poison takes effect, I shall have time to shoot you several times.
Then we shall die together, Anna, because I shall... Oh, my shoulder.
Oh, what a beautiful shot. Oh, you knocked him right off his feet.
Oh.
Oh, Nick, look. It must be fate.
Yeah. Fell over on the hand in which he was holding the rose. And the thorns stuck into him and, of course, poisoned.
Nick, one moment. I don't quite understand. I can see why he poisoned the roses he sent to Brennan. But why should he poison the rose he sent to himself?
Well, very simple, Patsy. He had to poison the rose he sent himself so that if the police should examine it, they'd find it was exactly the same as the rose Brennan received. He couldn't take any chances on not poisoning it.
Oh.
And now they are both dead. And I have not had my vengeance. I am sorry, Ivan, my brother. I have failed you.
Oh, please, Anna, don't worry about it. They've simply saved you the trouble of killing them. It's much better that way for you.
Yes, any way you look at it, Nanya. Miller has paid the penalty for his crime. And he won't need a lily in his hand either. He already has something much more appropriate for him. A black rose.
In just a moment, Nick and Patsy will bring you a preview of next week's exciting case. But before they do, here's a tip on saving time. Things are moving so fast nowadays that there aren't hours enough in the day to get everything done. But efficient modern homemakers are solving that problem by making the most of the time they do have. And one fine time saver is to make a habit of using the 3 great Linex home brighteners. Linex cream polish, for instance, gives a handsome luster to your treasured furniture in one quick application. What's more, Linex cream polish cleans as it polishes, cutting out one whole step in your cleaning day routine and removing the cloudy accumulation of precious polish and dust. And at the same time, it banishes messy fingerprints and helps conceal ugly scratches. And Linex cream polish dries to a hard surface that leaves no oily film to attract additional dust. Yes, Linex cream polish, which cleans as it polishes, is the shortcut to furniture beauty. So get it now at your dealers. Get all 3 great Linex home brighteners. Linex clear gloss varnish, Linex cream polish, and Linex self-polishing wax. In case your dealer hasn't received his supply of the 3 great Linex home brighteners, he'll have them soon. Ask him to save one or all of them for you. Acme will see to it that he gets them and you get them as quickly as possible. And don't forget, every war bond you buy brings victory sooner, makes America safer. Let's finish the job in Europe. Let's sink the rising sun. And now, let's hear from Nick Carter himself. How about it, Nick? Can you give us a hint or two about your story for next week?
Be glad to, Jack. It deals with the happenings in an army camp when the leading lady of the camp show was murdered between the acts.
She was very beautiful and talented, Ken, but that didn't prevent several people from wishing her dead, as Nick found out when he started his investigation.
Yes, a mysterious face at the dressing room window. A gun on my back as I stepped in the hotel lobby. An envelope of missing papers and code. They all went up to make one of the most interesting cases I ever remember.
What do you call the story, Nick?
Death plays the lead.
Or the mystery of the accidental clue.
And that's all for now. So long.
So long, everybody.
So long to you both, Nick and Patsy. We'll be looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye and bye-byes.
I just wanted to say, from these things, they're making a living.
Hey, last but not least,
Those commercials were interminable.
It's just great to find out in the middle of the script that you have a Russian accent.
Thank you very much. We'll see them again when they're introduced for awards and whatever. Right now, it's a pleasure. Right now, it's a pleasure to give our annual Allan Rockford Award to honor a collector who's done something special in the hobby, similar to what Allan did. Allan left us about 3 years ago, and we presented. This is the third year we're presenting the award. First year went to Ken Poletic, who's standing right there videotaping, who acted like he was expecting it all along. And then last year was to John Dunning and Charlie Ingersoll. John Dunning, of course, wrote Tune In Yesterday, and Charlie Ingersoll wrote a magazine called Radio Dial. This is the first time I'm giving something to an accountant I like. He was born on Black Tuesday, the day the stock market crashed. And he shares his birthday with Fanny Brice and Bela Lugosi. And his quote here in World of Yesterday says, "That accounts for my personality, a cross between Baby Snooks and Dracula." He's written a book called Ma Perkins, Little Orphan Annie, and Hi-Yo Silver. He's written material for Imogene Coca, Phyllis Diller, and Tennessee Ernie Ford. He continually contributes to World of Yesterday magazine, Memory Lane, Under Western Skies, and he's in various movie and radio reference books. He has about 30 books to his credit in terms of being mentioned in the book, not writing them. But before I go on, Charlie. Charlie Stump. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. To just be here tonight was a prize, to be with you all. And this is very special. I didn't know Allan Rockford too well personally. We dealt only through the mail, but his letters always had a special warmth. And this has a very special meaning to me. Thank you very much.
And now, Jay Hickerson will present the awards to our guests.